Percent word problems. There are two main types of percent word problems. It's either part is a percent of the whole, or the increase or decrease is a percent of the original number. Most of them can be solved using part as a percent of a whole. Here's some examples. When you pay sales tax, that tax is a percent of the retail price. The percent is called the sales tax rate because a percent is a rate. When you go out to dinner, the tip is a percent of the dinner price. The percentage is called the tip rate. When you pay your taxes, your income tax is a percentage of your income, and the percent is called the income tax rate. You'll notice that the name of the part and the name of the percent are very similar. When you're saving money, the amount that you've invested or saved is called the principal. You earn interest on the principal, and that percentage is called the interest rate. If you owe money, like on a credit card, you pay interest on the unpaid balance, so the interest is a percentage of the unpaid balance. A lot of word problems in intermediate and advanced algebra have to do with mixtures of acid. When they're talking about an acid mixture, it's a mixture of acid and water called the solution. So the amount of acid in the solution is a percentage of the solution. Now, the most common example from the other type, increase or decrease, is when you go shopping, the discount, the amount of money they take off, is a percentage of the price. That percent is called the discount rate. And you have to subtract to find the sale price. Another thing that you should note is when you're doing one of these problems, increase or decrease is a percent of the original number, a lot of times you have to subtract to find the increase or decrease. We'll do some examples like that. In a math test, you got 37 correct out of 40 problems. What is the percent correct? This is usually how your grade is calculated. So this is part of a whole. The part is the part that you got correct. Is means equals. We're looking for the percent. And the whole is the total number of problems. So we're looking for the percent. That means we will convert at the end of the problem. Your answer is going to be a decimal. You'll want a percent. When you go from a decimal to a percent, you go to the right. So I want to get x by itself. I undo what's being done to x by dividing both sides of the equation by 40. Divided by 40 is equal to 1. 37 divided by 40 is 0.925. So that's the decimal, but we want the percent. So we go to the right. You always move it 2 places. So your grade on the exam is 92.5%. You bought a refrigerator for $650. If the sales tax rate is 8.5%, how much did you pay in tax? So this is part is a percent of whole. In this one, we are given the percent, which means we convert at the very beginning of the problem. We have a percent, we want the decimal, so you go to the left 2 places to make that percentage into a decimal. I'm looking for the tax, that's the part. So that's X means equals 8.5%. We move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So that becomes 0.085 times 650. So all I have to do is multiply. We get 55.25. So the amount of tax is $55.25. $1,200 TV is on sale at 20% off. What is the sale price? So this is a decrease because the price is going down. The decrease is a percent of the original number. We're given the percent, so you convert at the beginning of the problem. We have the percent, we want the decimal, so we move the decimal point to the left 2 places. I'm looking for the decrease, so that's X is equals 20% as a decimal. Move the decimal point 2 places. Get 0.20 of means times, and the original price is $1,200. So we multiply and we get X is 240. Now that's not what you pay for the TV. This is how much they take off the price. So this is the decrease, or you could also call it the discount. In order to actually find the sale price, we have to subtract. So the retail price minus the discount is equal to the sale price. Your monthly rent went from $1,200 to $1,236. What is the percent increase? So this is the increase is a percent of the original number we are looking for the percent. So we calculate the answer, which will be a decimal. And the last thing we'll do is convert that decimal into a percent. So my answer will be a decimal. I want to make it into a percent. So you'll go to the right two places. Now, a lot of the time when you're doing this type of percent problem, you'll have to subtract to find the increase or decrease, because the increase is how much your rent went up. So 1,1236, take away 1,200. Your rent went up by $36. So that's the increase. Is equals. The percent is what we're looking for, so that's X. And the original number is what your rent started out as, which is $1,200. I want to get X by itself, so I divide both sides by 1,200. $1,200 divided by 1,200 is 1. 36 over 1,200 is 36 divided by 1,200, which is 0.03. So we have the decimal, we want the percent, so we go to the right, move the decimal point to the right 2 places, and your answer is 3%.